Remember how some armchair experts had predicted an economic downturn in the country after the pandemic. Modi government's critics were even dissing the prospects of a V-shaped recovery, and many were saying that India's export sector won't be able to recover either. But guess what? India has emerged as a top exports power in the post-pandemic world. It is registering a massive rise in its export numbers even as it capitalizes on the global opportunity provided by the shift of international trade to Southeast Asia. Hi and welcome, this is TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Piyush, and if you haven't subscribed to TFI English yet, please hit the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon to receive all the recent updates. Coming back to the story, I will tell you how the base for international trade is shifting to South Asia and how it is a golden chance for India. Let's begin. India's export sector is getting bullish and is reaching higher levels. Ameya Chandra, additional DGFT, Directorate General of Foreign Trade, has disclosed an exports target of $500 billion for the 2022-23 fiscal. India is benefiting from changing trends in international trade. Europe and US are no longer the fulcra of international trade. Rather, the center of global trade has shifted eastward to Southeast Asia, a region closer to India. Addressing the Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Chandra said that exports stood at $37.8 billion in December 2021. This is the highest level that exports have touched in any 1 month. Chandra added, "We are bang on target to touch $400 billion for the current fiscal. So far, in the first 9 months, the country's exports were to the tune of $301.38 billion. He also said that country is targeting $1 trillion exports by 2027. Indian exports have grown rapidly in the ongoing fiscal. Between April and December, exports went up by 49.66%. Chandra said the apprehension that COVID-19 would lead to a sharp decline in foreign trade has turned out to be negative. However, the pandemic has taught us to reimagine world trade. India has started to reimagine world trade. It has been understood that world trade is no longer driven by the West, but the Indo-Pacific in general and Southeast Asia in particular. Therefore, India plans on using its position as the gateway to the Indo-Pacific and ASEAN countries to ramp up its export sector. The country also benefits from the changing global supply chains and a shift away from multilateral free trade agreements. As per Chandra, multilateral trade agreements are now being replaced by bilateral ones, and India is already in process of entering into 6 FTAs. India's experience with FTAs hasn't been good in the past. Lack of regulatory and institutional safeguards in such FTAs have affected India's domestic industries in the past. This is why India has maintained a safe distance from initiatives like the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership or RCEP. This is why bilateral FTAs make much more sense for India. It allows the room and the flexibility to negotiate every contentious clause with the other party and to ensure that Delhi's concerns do not go unaddressed. Union Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal too has said that India is not signing FTAs just to be a part of a group. The minister said, "We are looking at robust FTAs with like-minded nations with values of democracy, transparency and mutual growth." Goyal also said, "Our focus is wherever we have a comparative or competitive advantage, we should look at the market access, and wherever the advantage is with some other country, we don't have to force Indian consumers to buy expensive." The present era has a lot to offer to India in terms of trade, both geographically and strategically. India doesn't want to miss the bus. It is renegotiating the rules of bilateral trade with its partners to truly unlock the potential of its exports economy to establish itself as a huge trade giant.